What's up, guys? It's your boy Barca Boy 103. Today we're gonna be doing the match preview for Barcelona versus Real Madrid in La Liga. It is the second last and fourth El Clasico of the season, and it's probably the most significant one because this match will decide the La Liga title. This match is absolutely huge, and it's also the final match before the 2-week international break. This match will be absolutely crucial, and it's gonna be a big game. But before we get into it, make sure you guys smash that like button down below. Let's try to get to 200 likes this video. Be very much appreciated. Also, if you're new, make sure you subscribe down below if you haven't already, and let's get into it. Kickoff time for this match will be taking place at 9 p.m. local time, so your regular kickoff time in La Liga, and this match will be taking place at a sold out Spotify Camp Nou, and the referee for this match has also been confirmed. On the pitch, it will be Ricardo de Burgas. It could have been Mateo Lagos, Hernandez, all these rumors, Carlos Cerro Grande, they're all being rumored, even Jose Maria Sanchez Martinez, but Ricardo de Burgas got the biggest game of the La Liga season, and on the VAR it will be Cesar Soto Grando. But there will be a special moment in this match because, of course, in the last Liga Clasico we did have the Drake logo replace the Spotify logo on our kit, and this match will be the same, and the artist for this game will be Rosalia. Her logo will be on the kit for the match tomorrow. The club are going to be doing this now for the next few seasons. We're expecting, BTS to have an appearance as well the weekend, and this time it will be Rosalia. Her kit actually went on sale in the Barcelona in the Barcelona mega store in Catalonia. Apparently it's sold out. They were selling it for 400 euros. Keep in mind the kit regularly I believe is 100 euros, so just by replacing the logo it goes up 300 euros. Absolutely crazy, but you know what? It's excellent marketing from Barcelona. This is the reason why we picked Spotify, because we can do these stuff. We can, bring in other artists. We saw a lot of tweets from her fans buying the kit, don't even know what Barcelona is. So this is great marketing from Barcelona. And yet again, the logo for Barcelona, the Spotify logo, will be replaced by an artist. And for the Clasico tomorrow, it will be Rosalia. Let's start off by taking a look at the league table, where Barcelona currently sit top of La Liga on 65 points. After playing 25 matches, we have 21 wins, 2 draws, and 2 losses. You look at our last 5 games in the league, 4 wins and 1 loss. So 1 loss, of course, to Almeria. Our opponents for this match are second place in the league, Real Madrid, on 56 points. After playing 25 matches, they have 17 wins, 5 draws, 3 losses. You look at their last 5 games in the league, 3 wins and 2 draws. This match will decide La Liga. The point difference right now between first and second is 9 points. Barcelona should have had double-digit difference by now. We missed out on a few opportunities, and Real Madrid missed out on a few opportunities to close that gap. 9 points. If Barcelona win, they will go into the international break 12 points clear at the top of the league. Usually look at the other opponents and what their games are going to be. I don't care. This is the biggest game. I don't care about any other game this weekend in La Liga. This is it. We could go 12 points clear going into the international break. Or if Real Madrid win, we're back down to 6 points only. Now 6 points isn't comfortable. When you're 9 points clear, you have room to make one mistake, and that'll be our one mistake. If we do lose Real Madrid, we have to be perfect for the rest of the season to go on and win the league, or hope Real Madrid maybe start to focus on the Champions League and then drop off slowly but surely in the league. Real Madrid have to win this game. It is a must-win game for them. A draw would favor Barcelona for sure, because a draw would still keep us 9 points clear, which again is absolutely fantastic. We talk about, Barcelona dropping points. So if we drop points, let's say Real Madrid are playing Real Mallorca. They beat them, we draw, they come 2 points ahead of us. That's not very good, obviously, but if both teams draw in the same weekend, doesn't matter. So a draw would favor Barcelona massively. Would I take a draw? I would, but I do want that win. I want to go double digits, 12 points clear. That just leaves us so much room for error, which probably we won't make, because all we have left now is to focus on the league, and of course that one game in the last Clasico of the season in the cup, of course. Huge game. This 100% will decide La Liga. If Barcelona win, they will definitely win La Liga. If it's a draw, still Barcelona. But if we do lose, the race will be on. Now, with this match being taking place at the Spotify Camp Nou, they'll give Barcelona the home advantage, of course. But our form in Camp Nou in the Clasico over the past 10 years has not been great. Barcelona have not won a Clasico at the Camp Nou since the 5-1, the Suarez hat-trick in 2018. I could have been there for that game. I left the day before because tickets for $1,000 and I couldn't afford it. One of my biggest regrets in life. If I knew it was going to be 5-1, I would have paid. We haven't won a home Clasico since then. Since then, we've got 2 draws and 2 losses at the Camp Nou. In fact, in our last 10 games in the Clasico at home, we've only won 2. The 2018 5-1 and the 2-1 win 2015 when Suarez scored the goal. Beautiful Dani Alves assist, and also Jeremy Matthew, of course, got the goal as well. Our home form in the Clasico is dreadful. But this is the moment to put that streak back on track, to pick up a victory. It will be Xavi's first El Clasico at the Camp Nou as well. Since being appointed as a manager, he had 3, I think, in the Bernabéu, then 2 in Saudi Arabia. Those are, of course, 5 Clásicos, 3 wins. 1 loss was, of course, in the semifinals in the Super Cup. Then, of course, in the league this season, 3-1. Other ones he's won. So he's had 5 Clásico, 2 in Saudi Arabia, 3 at the Bernabéu. First one for him as well at the Spotify Camp Nou. I also believe this would be Araujo's first Clásico at the Spotify Camp Nou as well. So a lot of firsts here. It's a big moment, of course, but we need to pick up on our home form in the Clasico. I think this will be a very pivotal moment in that, shift in that streak as well, but also all eyes will be on that La Liga title race, where it is in the hands of Barcelona. Let's now take a look at our opponents in Real Madrid, our fierce rivals, and of course probably the biggest, if not the biggest club in the history of football. The last time we played them, of course, was about 2 weeks ago in the Copa del Rey semi-final, where Barcelona did pick up the 1-0 victory in a defensive masterclass. Lines on the screen, we could see something very similar to this. Of course, Lewandowski is back. Apart from that, though, still no Pedri, still no Dembele, so we could see a very similar lineup to this one that we've seen, of course, 2 weeks ago, but with the addition of RL9 Robert Lewandowski. Now, if you look at Real Madrid's last 6 matches in all competition, since the last game we played against the Copa del Rey, they drew 0-0 with Real Betis in the league. They beat Espanyol 3-1 in the league, and they also beat Liverpool in the second leg of the round 16 in the Champions League 1-0 midweek on Wednesday. So of course, Real Madrid having a midweek game, then traveling. Barcelona full week rest. Another advantage should be for us, and of course this game being at home, no traveling for us either. Let's take a look at the last 3 matches. Of course, first one's that 0-0 draw against Betis. We all end up watching this game. Of course, we were, I think, 7 points clear at the time because we lost to Almeria. This, of course, brought us back to 9 points clear after the drop points here. Very even game. You can tell Real Madrid were tired, sluggish. They had a lot of opportunities. I remember Ceballos had a big chance in the second half. Rodrigo, Vinicius, I think Benzema scored a free kick, went off Rudiger's hand. So all in all, they had opportunities but couldn't, finish the job. I think Betis were holding themselves well defensively, but overall it wasn't the best performance from Real Madrid. Next match, of course, is their Bernabéu win against Espanyol 3-1. Espanyol did actually go 1-0 up. Beautiful finish from Jose Lu, top right-hand corner. But then at home, momentum is going to be on your side, and Real Madrid got the job done. I think it was Militao who got the 2-1, and then of course later on that 8th minute, Asensio picked up a consolation goal to make it 3-1. It was, of course, the scoreline didn't do it justice. It was comfortable for Real Madrid despite only winning 2-1 in the 91st minute. But in the end, though, they picked up the win to of course stay on track against Barcelona. And finally midweek, 1-0 win against Liverpool. Of course, Liverpool 5-2 down. They were going for goals. They had a lot of opportunities. They missed the big chances. Courtois Courtois pulled off a big save. In the end, though, Real Madrid held on, played very, very well defensively, and Benzema picked up a goal later on in the second half to secure their next round, of course, where they do play Chelsea. But again, this match shows how good Real Madrid are when the team's coming up against you and literally have to score at least 3 goals to stay in the game. They were defensively strong. I think Nacho played very well. He had to deal with Mo Salah. Rudiger had a good game as well. Of course, I ended up watching this game as well. I think Toni Kroos played well, and in the end, Real Madrid do advance to the next round of the Champions League. Now, on the screen right now is the line that I believe that Carlo Ancelotti will select for this match. I think he will go with the 4-3-3. I think he'll go with Thibaut Courtois in goal, a back four of Dani Carvajal, Eder Militao, Antonio Rudiger, and Nacho Fernandez. Midfield 3 of Eduardo Camavinga, Luka Modric, Toni Kroos. Front 3 of Federico Valverde, Karim Benzema, and Vinicius Jr. I think this is the line he'll go with. They could make a few changes. He could go with Camavinga at left back and then of course put Tchouaméni in the midfield. But I think after Nacho Fernandez did very well against Mo Salah, I think he can go up against Raphinha after a game like that. So I think he'll stick with him. We could see Rodrigo come in as well, have a natural front line, and maybe move Fede Valverde to the midfield. But I think with Barcelona, expect to go with the 4-4-2. For midfielders, so to speak. I think Carlo Ancelotti will want to counteract that and match it the exact same way. Very similar to the last, of course, Clasico. I think from this lineup, I can maybe see one change at the very most. I think if there's more changes, I think that's when Carlo Ancelotti's overthinking it, trying to tactically outsmart Xavi to put out a good lineup. And of course, again, he needs the result. They need the victory. They played a lot of games over the recent weeks, but I think overall you have to make some rotation. So that's why I think he'll go with Camavinga in the midfield, and hopefully this team will be tired. Of course, they did have a big game against Liverpool midweek. If we see more rotation, that's Ancelotti knowing that his team is not too fresh. He wants to bring in some fresh players. We could see Denny Ceballos start in the midfield, possibly maybe defensive reinforcement come in for Mendy's expected to be fit for this game as well. So a lot of if buts maybe, but if Ancelotti is going full strength, I think this would be the line that he will select in the match tomorrow. So overall, final thoughts on Real Madrid. Of course, they're one of the best teams in the world. They have a very, very good team, very, very good players, and they're very well managed by their manager, Carlo Ancelotti. This season, though, he's been on a bit of an up and down. He's only won the Club World Cup as his only trophy this season. Hasn't done well against Barcelona, of course, and hasn't done well in the league. On course, of course, in the Champions League. A lot of fans serve criticism. Apparently, he does not win a trophy from now to the end of the season. He will be sacked, whether it's the league, Copa, or the Champions League. He has to win something, and right now, he is on the ropes with Barcelona, set to beat them both in the league and the cup. Hopefully that is the case. But again, Ancelotti is still a very, very good manager. He's beaten Barcelona a lot in the past and definitely can still do it again. Players to look out for is the whole team, of course, but I would look out for specific players that are currently on form. Again, I think Nacho Fernandez over the past week has been playing very well. Vinicius Jr., hopefully Araujo has him on lockdown. Benzema gets a chance. He usually ends up scoring it. If you give him 2 or 3 chances in this match, I have no doubt he'll score. I think Courtois has done very well over recent games against Betis, against Espanyol, and Liverpool. But again, it's a team of unity. They've been together for a very, very long time. They've won the Champions League last season. They know this is going to be a big game for them. And I think for Barcelona, penalizing them, putting them under pressure from the get-go will be absolutely crucial, because we've seen Real Madrid drop a lot under pressure this season. But again, it's a team that can cause damage. And of course, over recent games at the Camp Nou, they have been the better team, and they're going to go into that match knowing that and wanting to keep that streak going. Let's now take a look at the squad list. The squad list for this match has been released and confirmed, and it is as follows: Ter Stegen, Araujo, Busquets, Gavi, Lewandowski, Ansu Fati, Varane, Inaki Peña, Christensen, Alonso, Jordi Alba, Kessie, Roberto De Jong, Raphinha, Kounde, Garcia, Balde, Pablo Torre, Arnaud Tenes, and Ale Krohn. So from the last squad list, not too many changes. Again, Pedri and Dembele are still out with an injury, and they have both suffered relapses in the past few days. So Pedri will be back hopefully, and also Dembele as well after the international break, and praying to God they can both make that second leg for the Copa del Rey against Madrid, of course, in the Clasico. But of course, in La Liga, it's winding down to the end of the season. Yellow card suspension watch is very, very crucial, and there's still currently 4 players who are 1 yellow card away from suspension. Those 4 players are Sergio Busquets, Franck Kessie, Raphinha, and Ferran Torres. If any of them get a yellow card in this match, they will be suspended for their first match after the international break in La Liga against Elche. Time now to get into Xavi's press conference reaction. His press conference this morning, of course, asked a lot of questions in the media about the upcoming game, international break, player forms, and of course, injury updates as well. Let's get and see what the Gav had to say before the big Clasico match tomorrow. He came out saying that we want more control than the last Clasico. We want to have the ball more often. He said Pedri did suffer yesterday, and if you're not at 100% fit, it's better not to be there. According to reports, Pedri had a lot of discomfort in the training session yesterday. Apparently, we did rush him back a little bit, and in the end, the risk will not be taken. Xavi continues on by saying that our goal is to dominate the game, something that we practically almost done except for the last game at the Bernabéu. Our goal is to be more than like the version that we were in the Super Cup final in January. Whatever happens tomorrow, it will not be definitive. There's still a long way to go, but winning would mean a big blow for Real Madrid. So Xavi applying that pressure on Ancelotti to say that he has to win this game. We are capable of being dominant against Madrid even without Pedri. Araujo is strong, fast, and senses where the opponent is going to go. He's a leader and a winner in duels. He is currently one of the best defenders in the world. I focus on football. I support the president's words, but I don't want to talk about the other issues. Of course, in regards to the Negreira case, whether there's an external campaign to destabilize Barcelona, yes, I share the same president's opinion. So he's saying Xavi agrees with Joan Laporta that this Negreira stuff has all come out because Barcelona right now are on top, of course, in Spain. I suffer when my team doesn't have the ball, but I think we're defending ourselves very well. The whole team runs, everyone works, but I like it better when we have the ball for the majority of the match. Raphinha is a player that I especially like. He is known to how to work and endures criticism in bad times to get out of this. He has shown a lot of personality in his first year at Barcelona. I'm happy for him. He deserves it, and he works a lot. We haven't talked about the refereeing or the issue of Negreira. Of course, talking refers to the locker room. We prepare the game naturally, knowing that we are at the most difficult club in the world. With Araujo and Kounde, we are very lucky because both can adapt to different positions. He was asked what he would do if Vinicius was playing on the right hand side. Ancelotti did hint at it in his press conference that look, we can adapt. Of course, Kounde can move to right back and Araujo can move into center back as well. It doesn't bother me what's been said. People can say what they want because I know that all the titles we won are completely legal. Again, more on the Negreira case. We have a very good fair relationship with Ancelotti. A Clasico is motivating, and even more knowing that we can leave an internal rival at 12 points. And finally, Xavi concluded all by saying that Madrid needs to win this game. They will be more attacking than usual. We on our side need to control the ball much better. We need to present our best version tomorrow in order to win. So Xavi putting big pressure on Madrid, saying for them it's a must win, but it's still a goal for Barcelona to win this match as well. And that concluded Xavi's press conference reaction at the match against Real Madrid tomorrow. Let's now get into the lineup prediction. We're going to start off with the manager, of course, Xavi Hernandez. I'm going to try my best to predict his lineup. I think it will be fairly easy to predict. Week off, you want to go full strike of force. Huge game. Probably the biggest game of the season for Barcelona. And I think that Xavi, with the current fit players that he does have, will go with this lineup on the screen right now. He'll go with Ter Stegen in goal. A back four of Araujo, Kounde, Christensen, Alejandro Balde. Midfield three of Busquets, De Jong, and Kessie. And a front three of Raphinha, Lewandowski, and Gavi. Of course, no Pedri, which is unfortunate, and of course no Ousmane Dembele either. I think, of course, for the back line, he has to start back. We could, I think, see either Alonso or Jordi Alba. Jordi Alba has not made an appearance in a very, very long time. Balde, you could say, end up being tired. You want to go a bit more attacking in this match. You want to be defensive. I think Jordi Alba starting this match is not, impossible. I think there's a very, very good chance. I think Alonso may be a bit difficult, but again, he did play in the last Clasico and played fantastically well. Hopefully he does start back, but we'll have to wait and see. I think it will be Araujo outright back again to keep Vinicius Jr. on the quiet side. Midfield three, it's going to be Busquets, De Jong, and Kessie. Sky is blue, grass is green. That's not going to change. The only thing that could change if we do end up seeing Gavi drop to the midfield and Xavi going with the traditional front line of two wingers and a striker. But with Ansu and Ferran both on dreadful form and absolutely terrible confidence, can't see that happening. I think he will go with the four in midfield, still be on the fact on confidence and momentum. I think if Xavi was thinking about this logistically, if everyone was, fully fit, on top of the world, on their best form, I think we would see Ansu Fati start this game. But with him lacking confidence, it's a huge risk. So that's why I think Xavi will go with Gavi on the left, of course Raphinha on the right, and RL9 Robert Lewandowski up front. So from this lineup, I think the only change we could end up seeing is Jordi Alba coming in, and maybe Gavi dropping in the midfield and see on the natural longer start. But I highly doubt that both those two will happen. I think that this will be the lineup that Xavi will select for this match. But of course, let me know what you think Xavi's going to go with down in the comments below. Now I'm going to show you guys my lineup, what I would do if I was a Barcelona coach, and I have in fact for the very few times this season picked the exact same lineup I have predicted for Xavi. Again, like I said, it's our best team right now. Absolutely lacking form. You could bring in Jordi Alba, you maybe could bring Marcos Alonso in, but this is the team, this is the current Gala 11, and you have to back it. My only concern again is the lack of forwards. Are going to be, if we're doing this at the Bernabéu against 80,000 people against you, I understand that, but when you have 95,000 people wanting you to score a goal, cheering you on, I think having two strikers is a bit of a risk. And also you're going to have to request a lot from Gavi: get forward, create chances, get back and defend. Of course we know he can do that, but again, it's a lot of demand for a 18-year-old. But this is our best lineup right now, no doubt about it, and I would go with this lineup as well if I was the manager. But of course, let me know you would go with as a manager if you were, of course, down in the comments below. Time now for my score prediction. What do I believe the result will be in this match? Of course, absolutely a pivotal match for the league title race, and I am, of course, back in the battleground now to pick up a result, and I have got Barcelona win this match by 2-0. Ter Stegen is one clean sheet away from tying Victor Valdés with the most clean sheets for Barcelona in El Clasico history. I think he will end up getting it. I will want to also add this. I think Barcelona losing this match is not impossible, of course, but I think it will be very difficult. I think there's a very good chance this match could be a draw. I'd probably put it honestly at 40% win for Barcelona, 40% draw, then 20% Real Madrid win. Simply on the fact that both teams are going to be going for it. It's going to be a lot of back and forth, and it's going to be who's going to be more clinical on the day. Will it be Real Madrid? Will it be Barcelona? Of course, we've seen Barcelona lack clinicality. We've also seen Real Madrid lack clinicality this season as well. I can't see Barcelona losing this match. I think a draw is definitely possible. But I'm backing the boys. Week off. You just won this MMS. Big moment at your home as well. I am expecting a win, and I hope we do get it. And I am going Barcelona to win this match by 2-0. But of course, let me know your score predictions down in the comments below. So that was my match preview for Barcelona versus Real Madrid in the Clasico in La Liga. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like, and of course leave me your thoughts down below in the comments on everything we discussed. But the main thing I want to know firstly, of course, is your score prediction, and secondly, on those lineups. Firstly, do you agree with my lineup and Xavi's lineup? Would you go with it? What do you think Xavi's going to go with? Would you go with you, the manager? Leave me all your thoughts down below. And of course, make sure you guys subscribe down below as well if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for the live watch along. Set the reminder on the screen and come and join me, watch the game with me. Follow me after the match by my match review. I'll see you guys tomorrow. It is going to be the huge game, the biggest game of the season without a shadow of a doubt, where Barcelona can definitely, in the eyes of the fans, the eyes of the board, players and coach, clinch the La Liga title. Not mathematically, but mentally. See you guys tomorrow. I'm really pumped up. Let's get this victory. Take care, and Forza Barca.